Good morning, everyone. Today we will study about bases. So, what are bases? Bases are oxide or hydroxide of metals. Even the hydroxide of ammonia, that is ammonium hydroxide, also act as a base. So, what is the definition of base? A base is either a metallic oxide, hydroxide, or ammonium hydroxide which reacts with hydrogen ion of an acid, or you can say hydronium ion of an acid, to form salt and water only. Take a look at example number 1. Sodium hydroxide react with hydrogen chloride to form salt NaCl and water only. Same way, another example, ammonium hydroxide react with HCl to form ammonium chloride and water only, salt and water only. Here try to understand the importance of word only. Okay, I will explain with the help of another example. Like manganese dioxide or lead dioxide, PbO2 and MnO2. When these two metallic oxides react with HCl, both will form salt, water and chlorine gas. So products are not salt and water only. Along with salt and water, chlorine is also liberated. Because of this reason, they are excluded from the category of base. Okay, so always remember to use which word to define base: salt and water only. Okay, now mostly bases are insoluble except few, like alkali metals are soluble. So we will study sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, both are soluble. Then ammonium hydroxide, even calcium oxide also slightly soluble, not very soluble, very slightly soluble. So these are alkalis. What are alkalis? Soluble bases are known as alkalis. And for definition, standard definition, what are alkalis? Alkalis are those metallic hydroxide which, when dissolved in water, furnishes hydroxyl ion as the only negatively charged ion, are known as alkali. Okay, all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Then classification. First criteria, on the basis of their strength, we can classify bases into two: strong base and weak base. So first, what are strong base? Strong base which dissociate almost completely in aqueous solution and thereby producing a high concentration of hydroxyl ion are called as a strong base. Example, caustic alkali, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. When they dissolve in water, they will produce high concentration of hydroxyl ion. So both are known as a strong base. Second one, weak base. The bases which dissociate only partially in aqueous solution to produce a low concentration of hydroxyl ion are known as weak base, like ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxides, all are considered as weak base. Okay, so the first classification is clear. On the basis of their strength, strong and weak, two type of bases are there, and this strength depend upon degree of dissociation. Okay, then second criteria, on the basis of acidity of the base. So first you should know what is acidity of a base. The acidity of a base is defined as the number of hydroxyl ion furnished by one molecule of the base in aqueous solution. Okay, number of what? Hydroxyl ions furnished by one molecule of a base in aqueous solution. Take example of sodium hydroxide. When it dissolve in water, it will form one sodium ion and one hydroxyl ion. So this is monoacidic base as it furnishes only one hydroxyl ion. Another example, calcium hydroxide. When it dissolve in water, it will produce two hydroxyl ion, calcium ion and two hydroxyl ion. So it is known as diacidic base. Okay, but mostly bases are insoluble. Okay, then how to define acidity of insoluble base? The acidity of insoluble base determines the number of hydronium ion with which one molecule of the base will react to form a salt and water only. Okay, number of hydronium ion with which one molecule of the base will react to form salt and water only. Okay, take example of aluminum hydroxide. Aluminum hydroxide react with 3 hydronium ion. 3 HCl molecules are used. It means they will liberate 3 hydronium ion to form aluminum chloride and water. So what is the acidity of aluminum hydroxide? It is triacidic base. So this is clear how to define acidity of a base. Okay. You can determine by counting the number of hydroxyl ion contained in any base. Okay, because mostly bases are insoluble, so we cannot use this definition that define as the number of hydroxyl ion furnished by one molecule of the base in aqueous solution. Only few will dissolve, all will not furnish hydroxyl ion. So two different definition I have explained, both you try to learn. Okay, so this is the second criteria on the basis of the acidity of a base. Then how to identify bases? By using certain indicators we can find out bases. Okay, so indicators में first one common indicators, litmus solution. Which litmus solution is used to identify base? Red litmus solution turns to blue in the presence of base. Then methyl orange, from orange it will change to yellow. Phenolphthalein, phenolphthalein is colorless, it changes to pink in the presence of base. Okay, so these are certain indicator test. Then pH greater than 7, 7 is neutral, pH 7 is neutral, greater than 7 will indicate which nature? Basic nature. Then chemical properties. There are few chemical properties shown by bases. First one you already know, that acid and base react together to form salt and water only. So bases can react with acid or even with acidic oxide only, acid anhydride like carbon dioxide. Potassium hydroxide react with carbon dioxide, which is acidic oxide, acid anhydride, to form salt and water. Same way calcium hydroxide react with acid to form salt and water. So this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. So this is also reaction of base. Bases react with acid to form salt and water. So this is first reaction. Then second one, when they are heated with ammonium salt, when bases, alkali especially, when they are heated with ammonium salt, they will release ammonia gas. Okay, ammonium chloride when heated with sodium hydroxide, salt water along with ammonia gas is produced. Okay, so any ammonium salt when react with metallic hydroxide, when both are heated, what are the product? Salt water and ammonia gas. Okay, then third property, they precipitates as insoluble metallic hydroxide when added to the solution of the metals that you will do in lab. Okay, so they will form precipitate of different color and different nature when they react with soluble metallic salt. As first example, ferrous sulfate when react with sodium hydroxide, it will form green precipitate of ferrous hydroxide along with sodium sulfate. So three typical reactions of bases. First, neutralization reaction, you all know. Second one, ammonium salt and bases react together to form salt water and ammonia gas. And third one, they form precipitate of metallic hydroxide when they react with soluble metallic salts. So these are certain properties of bases.